each of the two candidates to choose a song that best describes the opposing candidate. We will now play the song President Trump picked, that he thinks best describes Vice President Kamala Harris.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to a little live stream here on the eve of the first U.S. presidential debate. I will be streaming it tomorrow. It's totally allowed. And I mean, every poll that I've seen has Trump performing very impressively. Yeah, man, it's tough in Ohio. You got to watch out for the freaking... Keep your pets inside in Ohio, that's for sure. You know, I just saw the recent update. Destiny has come out and said that he's helping Kamala Harris. So I'm expecting a January 6th worship session, maybe a hardcore church service. I mean, if he's actually helping her, we're going to get a January 6th. We're going to get like a history lesson on January 6th. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, man, I mean, this is pretty amazing. This stuff that's come out now. Oh, man. The pets... Listen, the cats have endorsed Trump. So have the ducks, apparently. My cat normally sleeps. I was thinking of doing a video of my cat endorsing Trump. Matt, what's up? What's up, everyone? Finally caught DG at the start of the stream. What's going on, man? Yeah, I'll probably go till... I mean, tomorrow... So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the stream at the same time tomorrow, so 8 o'clock. The debate's at 9. So there'll be an hour pre-show. There'll be an hour pre-show, and then the debate will happen. I think probably normally it's 9 to 10:30. Normally they do 90 minutes with... I don't know if they're doing 2 breaks or what, but I know they did two breaks at the last one. So it'll be around 90 minutes, and then obviously it'll probably be around a 3-hour live stream, I would say. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. The savages are now eating pets. Well, the imported Haitian migrants are eating pets. I know the duck picture is probably the most funny. It's a nice little sign too. The sign looks realistic. Do you really think the debate will affect anything? I doubt it, but what's your opinion? Well, it depends what happens during the debate, obviously, but you're right. What tends to happen is the debates don't have a big effect, except for if you're Biden and you can't talk, then they have a huge effect. But look, I mean, you could argue this one could have a bigger effect than in years prior because we really haven't had a situation like this where they install a new candidate and that candidate proceeds to not do any interviews. So you could say, well, this is a different situation, so it could be bigger. So I could see that argument. Will Rodgers make it over 10 plays? I do remember Aaron Rodgers. I think I was live streaming when Aaron Rodgers got injured last year, but I was streaming a 9/11 thing. But I mean, dude, that's a tough matchup for Rodgers. I don't know. They did not do him any favors. They really should have had, like, I don't know, the Jets and the Texans or some shit. I mean, that defense, going up against that defense on the road. Who do you think had a worse Sunday? Tom Brady or the Cleveland Browns? Did people not like what Brady had to say? I didn't really see people's reaction on it. To me, I thought Brady, I didn't really barely even noticed him, honestly. He really didn't say much, in my opinion. Media is setting up a Kamala comeback post-debate with her slipping in the polls. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. She certainly is slipping right now, though. All Trump has to do is remind. Yeah, I mean, you're right, but I mean, obviously, she's going to talk about. I'm sure she's going to bring up January 6th a bunch if Destiny was actually coaching her. I mean, Destiny is coaching her. This is a joke. The dude literally went to therapy for January 6th, and he's going to coach her. Yeah, no, I saw that, John. That was like the first interview I saw. That there was an interview of a mom, her daughter couldn't find their cat. Yeah, I mean it's a cultural thing. That's Northern Iowa gets ranked, or Northern Illinois, excuse me. Yeah, good for Northern Illinois. It's good. Then they have a bye week, of course. I think he's still getting used to everything. He wasn't as good as when. Yeah, well, it seemed like Romo, everyone loved him, and then everyone hated him. So Romo, normally it takes broadcasters. It takes them like at least half a season to get good, but everyone loved Romo right away, and then everyone just turned on him randomly. I don't get how in Polymarket she is slipping, but Trump is stuck at 52. What do you mean? It's like, well, that's because there's probably variance in terms of, I guess, third party vote. Like, it's not going to add up to 100 total percent between Trump and, you know what I'm saying? I can, I don't even think I have it up right now. Yeah, so it's not going to add up to 100, I guess, because there's a little bit of money on everyone else, so that's what's making it. I mean, there's actually money. There's no way there's $65 million that's been bet on Hillary. That just seems no. That's not correct. Yo, dude, how do you have a bye in week one? That's very sad. That is seriously sad. They will say Kamala stood tall, stood up to Trump. I know, but that's liberals. I mean, it really doesn't matter what they say, and it also doesn't really matter what conservatives say. It's just the overall takeaway with independent voters. Are the illegals eating cats? Well, no. It's Haitian migrants. 20,000 of them got sent to a small town, and they started eating cats like pets, and also they've been eating geese and ducks around the city. Just wild ducks. They just take all the wild dust. I mean, it's very sad. Dogs for Trump, animals for Trump. It's amazing. Does this mean the crazy cat lady? Yeah, I saw someone talking about that. They were like, you know, what are the cat ladies gonna say now? Illinois beat number 19 Kansas. I know, I saw that. What do you think Kamala Harris's game plan for the debate? I think she's going to try and talk about January 6th project. I mean, dude, it's the same thing every time. It's January 6th, Project 2025. They're going to do the well, we'll see if she pulls this out, but they've been doing the thing where it's like Trump's the only president to lose jobs. Of course, it was because of COVID. That's the only reason. He got screwed because he left office as it was raging when everything was shut down. So of course he's going to lose jobs. So she might also mention that, but it's abortion. It's Project 2025. It's January 6th. It's, oh, he lost jobs. His economy wasn't good either, without mentioning that it was all COVID that caused it. But I think that's the main stuff. Yeah, I think my dog just heard some migrants out there. I might have to go defend him. You're hiding your cat. I don't know if they're going to do Charlottesville again, dude. That's such a bullshit thing. Like, it's been disproven by liberals. But the craziest thing was Snopes randomly coming out of the blue 3 days before that debate in June and saying, oh my God, they didn't even have to do this. It was just totally random. Nobody was even talking about the very fine people. But they were like, no, Trump actually didn't call the neo-Nazis very fine people. And then Biden still used it during the debate. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God, how dumb is this? Is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Snopes out of nowhere says, all right, it's fake. He didn't really say that. And then Biden still lies 3 days later. And I'm surprised Trump was like, I mean, this literally just came up. Nothing but word salads. Yeah, probably. I'm hoping we just need a moment where she just gets stuck up on a word. I don't think it's going to happen because she's not like Biden where she won't be able to talk. She'll be able, I mean, although she does sometimes not make sense where she'll say the same word 3 times in the same sentence. That's what I'm hoping for. If she says like the same certain set of words, multiple times in the same sentence, kind of like I just did there. But no, like seriously, it would be hilarious. Trump should ask Kamala. Yeah, dude, that is true. Because those clips were dug up about Kamala saying that it was right that Trump got censored and that they needed more censorship. I think if I was Trump, I'd say, are you going to ban X? But I mean, that kind of seems like we're missing the point. We don't want to get hung up on that with the economy and everything like that. But I mean, that is a huge point. That is a very key point. The problem is it's only an hour 90. If it was like 3 hours, you could do something. When are you going to join the group of people who have higher intelligence and empathy on average? You're very intelligent. It's a shame you fall for... Well, dude, come on, that's gaslighting. Come on. This is going to be the last Democratic president. Who, Biden? I mean, technically Biden is still president. If she gets stuck, she'll just crackle her. Yeah, that is true. She does have the laugh. Hopefully we get a good moment with the laugh. Oh man, if we get a good laugh, I'll just start busting out laughing myself. She's going to have her powerful woman of color moment. I mean, it's going to be harder, I think, for her because the mics are muted. You know, guys, I think they probably realized the muted mics really affect the way the moderator can control the debate. And normally the moderators have real problems with Trump, and it makes Trump look bad because he starts sparring with the moderators. And now Democrats realized that, and so they're like, no, we want the mics back on because we want that, and we want the moderator to be the star. And the Trump people are like, it's not going to happen. No way. Because it makes Trump look better when the mics are muted. He doesn't have to spar with the moderators. The moderators are not going to have, I don't think, a big impact. I mean, Trump said, oh, Tapper and Dana Bash were good. I mean, it's really not that. There's no way to interject if you're a moderator. The person's mic is muted. And then when it's their turn to talk, they unmute it and they mute the other person's. So it's like the moderators are so inconsequential when you're dealing with muted mics. I think people have to realize that. Maybe it'll be, I think the only thing that they can really affect is the topics and the direction of the conversation. That's really what they can affect. But I mean, that'll be obvious to see if it's bias or not. I mean, we'll see how long they talk about the economy, immigration versus abortion versus the potential. I'm sure they're going to be referencing. I guarantee, well, I don't know if I can guarantee it, but they'll be like, there was just the shooting 3 days ago. Trump, what do you think about that? It'll be something like that, I probably. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, the Vikings did crush the Giants. The Giants are just so bad. The Giants and the Browns just really not good quarterback play. We need an I'm speaking moment. It's not going to happen. You saw Reagan, that movie, really? Is it in theaters or not? Will you do a video on the anniversary of? Yeah, I'm going to do a live stream on that day. I think it's on Wednesday, right? This is like your team, Trump being favored by 30. No. In terms of the election, I would probably say Trump is like -6.5 point favorites. That's what I would. Maybe you could say like 8.5 right now. You could maybe say 8.5. Of course, libs will say it's a pick'em. Libs will say Kamala -3. I imagine putting it in like sports terms. Trump -8.5. Maybe something like that, because like if you say like 65-70% chance. It's on ABC. The debate is on ABC. And the second one, I would imagine they're talking about doing a second debate in October, and I would imagine that's going to be on NBC. Because she's not going to do Fox News. So I would say this first one is on ABC, and then they're probably going to do one in probably early October, maybe mid-October. But I think it depends how well this goes for Kamala, because she hasn't agreed to a second debate technically. Yeah, Daniel Jones needs to be. I mean, dude, these quarterbacks that they run out. How many seasons is Daniel Jones going to ruin of the Giants before they just move on? I mean, he's ruined like 5 straight seasons for them. Dude, I'm not going to do the keys again. I can't keep doing the keys. Oh, not the keys, man. I'm going to have nightmares of the 13 keys. When is Chubb coming back? I don't know. He's out for at least 4 weeks. I know that. Do you think there would be significant changes if Harris was elected? Well, Connor, that's a really good question. People would say, well, no, it's the exact same administration. And I agree, but you have to understand, right now, they cannot be aggressive with any polarizing legislation or anything where they go after anyone because they need to win the election. So they need to appear very independent. So that's why basically their government is doing nothing, the Biden administration. There's no liberal policy or anything like that. They're not trying to pass anything huge. But I do think it will be different because that'll give them a 4-year grace period, and that'll enable them to do stuff where they won't have to worry about getting voted out of office within the next 3 or 4 years. So just even the incumbent changes the way that they do. When you're in an election year, you have to be very independent. I think they're probably going to go after Musk. That would be my guess. They're going to try and force Musk to sell X. That would be my guess on their big move. You get to watch the debate at the School of Economics. Wow, that's interesting. Should the Browns just bench Watson? They're screwed, man. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Win 7 games with Jameis Winston? I mean, the Browns are screwed no matter what they do. Like, Jameis can come in and be another Joe Flacco where they lose in the freaking wild card. I mean, it's like, they almost need to just try and get like a top pick, honestly. I'm not even lying. Trying to get like a top quarterback. Because what do you do? I mean, I would say just keep playing Watson. You can't bench him. He's making way too much money, and you can't cut him. Is Kirk Cousins even good? I mean, he sucked in week 1 as well. Dude, a lot of these quarterbacks, I don't know what's going on with the NFL. The quarterback play was horrible. I guess normally it is in week 1. Alex Jones, press secretary. Alex Jones, there's a rumor Alex Jones is dating the, who's the current press secretary? Karine Jean-Pierre. You better thank a union member. Oh, yeah, dude, let's actually look at that. That's funny. I know CNN was actually looking at this stuff. It was the props. What will Donald Trump say at the debate? Abortion, 82% chance. Border czar, 76% chance. Fake news, 65% chance. Drill baby drill, 28% chance. Comrade Kamala, 43. Elon. You know what? I'm gonna tell Trump, please mention Epstein. Should I just bet like $1 million on it? 8%, 5% chance. MAGA 3 times, 34% chance. Alien, border, tampon Tim, fraud. Crypto. Dark MAGA gets a mention. Huge for Dark MAGA. China, 3 times. McDonald. Yeah, I could see Trump talking about Springfield. This would actually be, I'm not even lying, this is a good bet. This has been something that's been going on and developing in recent days. It depends what the topic is that would get him to talk about it, though. It would not surprise me if Trump mentioned Springfield. I will say that. What will Kamala say at the debate? Abortion, 90% chance. Convicted felon, 59% chance. Liar. Wait, where's January 6th? Project 2025? How is this not 100? Yeah, that's got to be 100. I'm speaking. It's not going to happen. But where's January? Oh, maybe we're not going to get DEI, 5% chance. Weird. JD Vance. Crypto. AI. Wall, not going back. Unrealized gains tax. Yeah, she's not going to mention McDonald's, probably, unless she has some proof that she actually worked there. Will Trump debate Kamala on September 10th? Wow, I'm surprised this fell. That surprises me that this fell. I guess it only fell to like 90% chance. 85 is, yeah, that's a lock, man. Yeah, Alex, I'll be live streaming the debate. Springfield, massively underrated. Yeah, normally they will mention stuff that's going on currently, so it wouldn't surprise me if he mentioned Springfield. He's like, you take a look at what's going on with Springfield and the Haitian migrants. They're eating cats. I didn't even know cats are endorsing me now. Trump is real. If Trump is really had by 1 or 2, then Virginia. Yeah, you're right. Virginia is 50-50 if Trump is up in the general by 1 to 2. I know. Well, that's weird polling. If Trump is up by 3 in Georgia but down by 3 in North, I would just say it's a wash then with the Quinnipiac polls. I saw on X people are saying they might change the mic. Now that they're not going to do that. That would make them look ridiculously weak. What do you think with the number of debates market? I would say 2 debates. But I mean, there's no value in it. It's got a 45% chance. It's not going to be 3. I can pretty much guarantee you. Unless something weird happens where Kamala needs to do another one. I would say it's going to be 2. That would be my prediction. So 45% chance. Favorite to win after the debate. Well, that's because Trump has been up by a lot. So obviously Trump's got a built-in advantage there. Republicans in the House are about to screw up a government funding deal right before Trump debate. I didn't hear about that. Are you talking about the deal where they're including the SAVE Act? Bet $1 million on economy, that would be free money. On what they'll say, yeah, they definitely will mention economy, but there's a bet limit, I'm sure. You know how these things go. CBS began trying. I didn't see the CBS instant reaction. I saw the CNN and they went crazy immediately right after. I saw a poll that Trump is down among Haitian migrants. That makes sense. It does. Yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout, but I didn't realize Christian McCaffrey was out. Will Trump say a slur? What's a slur? Can you tell me? I mean, what qualifies? Race, ethnicity, religion, genders. What is gay a slur? I mean, it depends what it qualifies as. Debate bingo card 2. What even is this? Trump says drill, baby, drill. Harris says border over. See, that's always dumb. Who's going to keep track of like, oh, she said it twice now? It's like, you shouldn't have that type of stuff on here. But maybe they just ran out. Trump says border czar. Harris says liar. Trump says cryptocurrency. Trump says alien. Trump says fake news. Yeah, these are all basically... Maybe I should do one of those. It would be fun, but I'd rather pay attention to the debate. I don't think he's going to be saying the N-word. Such as some... Yeah, you have to tell us the words exactly. There's no way anyone would vote on that. That would be a nuclear bomb. I know it's totally off topic, but why is it illegal to be married to 2 women? Do you think it should be? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's illegal or illegal. People are going to do it anyways. And I don't think those people that tend to do that really care, honestly, whether it's legal or illegal. I mean, to me, that type of stuff is just, dude, that's like the rise of like the fucking, the boss dudes who are like multi-million. I mean, it's just not a healthy relationship. I mean, it's just it's the people that have open relationships. It's just not a relationship. I mean, that the entire point. Why don't you just call it something else? I mean, the whole point of a relationship is exclusiveness. I don't understand. If you want an open relationship, you really just don't want like an actual sexual relationship, or you don't want like a pure relationship. Can you name one bill that Biden? Well, that's typical. They're not going to pass anything because it's close to the election. Do you watch Gutfeld? No, I don't watch. I don't really watch Fox News, honestly, man. But I don't watch. I normally just don't watch that type of stuff. Normally, I watch like YouTube and stuff. Yeah, I'll be live during the debate. I might have to pin that or something. No, George Bush is not endorsing that. That already came out that he's not going to do it. that he's not endorsing. Is the debate going to be free to watch? Yeah, it'll be on everything. It'll be streaming everywhere. C-SPAN, everything. This is public. This is public use. I mean, this is politics. This is for political office, so it's free. Anyone should be able to watch it. What is Walt's favorite team? The Panthers? Yeah, the Panthers are fucking horrible. You want an open relationship with your wife? Well, I mean, I can understand. I can understand why she would not. Why not the economy is one of the topics they will be forced to say it when. Yeah, no, the economy is obviously always going to be one of the topics, no matter what. It'll be on RSB. It'll be on everywhere. You can't get copyrighted if you film the debate. What are you talking about? No one can get copyrighted from the debate because it's public. I've seen people react to debates before where they don't get copyrighted. Yeah, you actually can bet on Biden living, surviving, I think, honestly. It would just be in Hunter Biden. There's something with Biden, I know. Trump prison time in New York case. Yeah, he's not going to get. I mean, obvious. This is a guarantee. They pushed it back till after the election, so it's impossible. It's quite literally impossible for him to get prison time. 96% chance. I'm not actually seeing anything to do with Biden. Main presidential election winner. Yeah, probably Paris. It's gone down. Oh, Trump launching a coin it shot up to 58% and it's gone down. We don't need Trump launching a coin. Come on. Let's not do this. With a Republican Senate and well, listen, this is the problem would be Republican Senate 51-49, then she could get some flippers if it's 51-49. I think it's going to be 52 at least, and then she'll probably win the House if she wins. So that is the issue. Hopefully it's 53 though. You know, because Ohio should flip. They're already going to get 51 because Montana's a lock at this point. When Trump visited there, it's a lock. So Montana flips, it's 51. Ohio, I think, would be 52. Maybe a Rust Belt 53, although it's not looking likely. It's still possible, a Rust Belt Senate. Hunter will run in 2028. Yeah, that would be great to see. Continue the family, the dynasty. The dynasty continues. Oh, man. Was the Deshaun Watson news leaked? Probably. It was probably leaked, man. It's a complete mess. They should have never done. I mean, they're screwed. They really need to fire the GM. You can't do something like that. You've ruined the franchise for a decade. How do you not fire I mean, listen, I know they've built a nice defense, but it's like that decision. The Browns haven't had a first round pick in like 4 years, I swear. And you've got the cap. They keep pushing it. Everyone thought they would eat some of the cap money, but then they pushed it. So now it's like they seriously cannot cut him, or else it would be the amount of dead money would be so ridiculous. Worst NFL team? Yeah, I know, dude. You see how hard it is for these freaking college quarterbacks to play. They can't even play in the NFL. They get like 95 yards on 40 attempts. I mean, look at Bo Nix and really all the rookies. Caleb Williams, they just can't play right now. I don't think either one will win the debate. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Bring back the dating videos. Yeah. I don't think that would be those videos. I want to do a Q&A video. I think doing a Q&A video would be good where I talk in front of the camera like legit. I would make it a community post to ask questions. Liz Cheney just endorsed me. I'm gonna have to say no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Illinois, you're talking about, Sean. I like Illinois. The Fighting Illini, they got a decent team this year. NFT, you think he'll launch NFTs? I mean, I think Trump launched those lame NFT cards. Yeah, those dude, he's like, I'm keeping about $100. Those are a joke, man. I mean, will Trump win the debate? I certainly think so, but of course I'm going to think so, let's be honest. We're going to have to make sure that the independents think so. Should have kept Flacco. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. Even Flacco, they got destroyed in the wild card. It's like, really, what is Flacco going to do? Now he's like 40. I mean, I think Flacco's got to be like 40 at this point. What vibe are you getting on the ground? Yeah, I should give you guys that. Honestly, dude, it's kind of I've seen a lot of Sherrod Brown ads, honestly. A lot. Basically, every single time you go on anything that I don't have my ad blocker. But, there's not a big vibe either way, man. Ohio's kind of weird. We're kind of like we're kind of like recovering. We're recovering from being a swing state, so it's like nobody really cares anymore. So we're kind of just coping with it. Are you surprised that the Vikings won against the Giants? Well, I mean, I did pick the Giants in that game, but I'm not surprised. I mean, it's freaking Daniel Jones. I mean, Sam Darnold's getting hype now. It is what it is. But the Giants' offense is so horrible. Now that they lost Barkley, they've just got no one. I mean, I think Neighbors will be a really good receiver. The last time Trump dropped Biden out of the race, to be fair, I think Biden did that to himself when he couldn't talk. But Trump did have a few good one-liners. I don't know what he just said. I don't think he does either. Look, that's what Robert F. Kennedy off the ballot in North Carolina, 4-3 in favor. That's great news. Great news for RFK. You heard that Trump will be at the Alabama-Wisconsin game. You got to be trolling. In Camp Randall? That's an interesting non-conference game. I like that non-conference game. No matter what happens, mainstream media will claim victory for Harris. I believe so, yeah. Unless it's just a total annihilation or like she chokes so bad. We need like a serious viral moment where she just can't talk or she says the same thing like 5 times over. And I highly doubt that's going to happen because she's just... I mean, with Biden, he's like gone. He's like totally gone. Two new North Carolina polls, both with Harris +3. Yeah, well, the one of them I know is Quinnipiac. I don't really trust Quinnipiac. You know, Quinnipiac also had in that same polling that they had Georgia +3 for Trump. Listen, they're trying to make they're desperate with North Carolina. You have to understand, they've lost all their math, so they have to do other states now. So that's why they're like, oh, North Carolina, actually, she leads in North Carolina. This is because she's going to lose both Ohio and Florida, and the math is different for them now, so they have to say this. Can I take you out to the Ohio game in Ann Arbor? Make a vlog out of it. Well, I mean, Ohio State doesn't even play in Ann Arbor this year, I don't think. No, they don't. They don't. Because last year they were in Ann Arbor, so this year they're home. They're home against Michigan. Thoughts on Alvin Bragg? Total disgrace. I mean, that's the biggest... I mean, the corruption. Corruption is not even a strong enough word. Why is the SAVE Act even being discussed, and why is it not already a thing? Because they need... I mean, the only conclusion that we can draw is they need illegals voting. I'm speaking. Cat ladies in Ohio on alert. She is so bad at speaking, so nervous, she will shock you at how badly she... Well, I'm hoping for some viral moments, man. I'm ready, man. You keep getting ads in Pennsylvania, McCormick for Connecticut. That's weird. Morning compost. Oh wait, Florida's in play now, dude. They're lashing out. But now Florida's in play. Wait, Texas is in play. Remember the Hillary? Iowa's in play, right? Yeah. It's like they're trying to catch something they'll never get. Remember me when Mizzou makes the playoff? We shut out Buffalo without Luther Burden. Yeah, but Luther Burden's an offensive player. No, I'm just giving you a hard time, but there's a different energy around the team. I mean, let's not get overzealous. You beat Buffalo, you beat an FCS team. They only ranked NC State, so they would have a rank v rank. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't think that really drew many viewers because NC State was ranked 24th. I don't think that's going to bring in the viewers. Come on. Will Trump win North Carolina? Yes. That was a good New York Times poll. Yeah, it was a good sample. It was a good sample. Yeah, she does the I'm speaking to the moderators. Oh, that would be an epic fail. That would be a total fail. Wyoming is in play. Yeah, the 3 electoral votes. The line in the Oregon State game went from minus 26. Yeah, probably a preseason line was minus 26. The preseason line you're talking about. Watching her debate against Pence, she just has a negative black girl I'm speaking attitude. If she's like that without mics, she'll look bad to people. Yeah, it depends if she has an attitude. Let's see if she brings an attitude to the debate. That would be a bad look for her. That would be great for us, though. Can you imagine if Kamala showed up to it? Yeah, maybe like an FCS game between like friggin' Princeton and actually, you know, those Ivy League kids hate her as well because she's not pro Palestine, so I don't know where she could show up. She'd have to go to some FCS game in like friggin' DC. What is Kamala Harris's most likely path to victory? I'd say Georgia. If she can keep Georgia, that would probably involve her most likely path. Georgia is a huge state. But I mean, obviously, she needs the friggin' Rust Belt. I mean, so does Trump. I mean, they both do. But Trump has a few other paths where he doesn't need the Rust Belt, but she does need it. Will George Stephanopoulos rage quit ABC? No, he'll be one of those little rats who's like gets angry again, but they'll get more views. If you debated Kamala, you'd be president. I think a lot of us could handle Kamala in a debate. I mean, she's very she's opening herself up to a lot considering she hasn't done a single real interview. So there's a lot to pick from. I'm worried about my Texas Tech. Yeah, I mean, Texas Tech, it's not good. They had Texas Tech nearly lost to Abilene Christian. News is reporting the pet story is false. Well, no, they do that. Listen, and this is even before I've seen cultures do that where they will eat duck. 100% they'll do it. 100%. Opinion on Nate Silver? Well, Nate Silver has adjusted his model, and so that's why it's looking better for Trump. He's unlike some of these other pollsters, they don't adjust it. He adjusted it, so now it's like 65%. I mean, Nate Silver, you know, obviously, I know a lot of people don't like him. I know. Trump said he was the best, but that's just Trump. Yeah, RFK off the ballot anywhere would be good news for Trump because RFK is telling people to vote for Trump. I mean, it's not going to be a huge impact, but it's a few thousand votes probably. Vance is great for hitting the campaign trail in the Rust Belt. I agree. Oh, man. Montel Williams. Trump should make a crack about Willie Brown. I don't know if that would go over well, but are you worried just a little bit? Worried about what? I'm not worried about the election. I think Trump's going to win easily. I'm not. I don't really have any nerves about the election or anything like that. Yeah, I get that a lot about doing those videos, man. I just don't. You know, I was gonna do an update. I'll do one eventually, man. I'll do an update video at some point. I want to do a Q&A video. Your dog is. I mean, yeah, the cats have come out and endorsed Trump. I was gonna do a video with my cat and ask it questions like why have you endorsed Trump? Is there any chance of well, it's impossible for a reversal because Trump is not even close to leading the polls like Hillary was. If Trump was up by like a lot, then you could say, well, maybe there'll be a reversal. That's really not how it works either, because a reversal would have to be Trump underperforming significantly when all the data suggests he overperforms the polls. What do you think the biggest state surprise that Trump can win that nobody has on their radar? Well, it's hard to say. I mean, maybe New Mexico. Maybe, I mean, you could say Virginia, but I guess people have that on their radar now. RFK meaningless. I mean, every little bit helps, but it's not going to help by a lot. If Kamala wins, given the power she has to rig the election, will the outrage be more intense than last? Well, it depends. It depends how the election goes down in and of itself. We're not going to deal with multiple days of waiting and then they suddenly find all the ballots for Harris. We're not dealing with that again, I'll tell you that. Dude, yeah, dude, it's just an innocent, it's just like an innocent Justin. It's just like when you say, it's just like Kamala says something. Kamala's like, if Kamala says at the end of a sentence, well, I had a good relationship with him, and then Trump says, yeah, you also had a good relationship with Willie Brown, huh? Imagine that. I love roasted duck. What's wrong with that? Yeah, but you can't kill neighborhood ducks and swans that swim in ponds. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. I mean, they have like, I mean, there was a neighborhood swan that I remember a migrant killed that everyone loved. It was a mom. Would Harris do better in a debate on CNN or MSNBC? As long as the mics are muted, well, I think she would do better on MSNBC. MSNBC is more left than CNN. I can pretty much guarantee you that. I was going to do a Lego video, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah. Did you see what the director of I didn't see what he said, no, about Vance? Even though he loved his story. Really? He came out against Vance? What a piece of shit. The director? You think Nate Silver will adjust his model with the good North Carolina polls for Harris? Well, look, his model is fine right now with Trump at 65%. He might adjust them. It might go down to like 64.8%. No, I don't know. Trump could take New Hampshire, not sure about Delaware. Yeah, there's just no polls out of Delaware. New Hampshire, there's some polls that say it's close. Dude, do you remember at the DNC? If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. Whoa. He needs to have Willie Brown in the audience, but Willie Brown like endorsed Kamala, I thought. I believe that's what happened. Oregon 2024, Oklahoma 2021. Oklahoma 2021, I'm trying to remember. Let me take a shot at guessing their quarterback in 2021, Spencer Rattler. And they benched him. I don't know. Am I live streaming during the debate? Yes. You thought I was a Lego YouTuber? I mean, I think maybe 0.1% of the videos I've done are about Lego, so you got it close. You hear about the female senator from California who made her assistant perform sex on her? No, I never heard of that. Sex acts. Yeah, Trump's already said he's going back to Butler in October. Will it be his largest rally? I mean, I don't know. It just depends. It's a small town, just like Tim Walz would say. But I mean, you would expect it to be a big rally. It's a pretty emotional thing. What state would you be shocked if Trump took? Like New Jersey. Is there a stream to watch the debate? Yeah, you could watch it on, I'm sure, on C-SPAN, and there's other streams. Could you imagine Trump at the Alabama-Wisconsin game? Yeah, that would be pretty badass. Dude, you got to stop with the worrying about random polls. I mean, this is son, calm down. Calm down. Take a deep breath. You're hyperventilating. Go have a seat. Make sure you've got your animal close by because we know what's going on. Just calm down. Do we know who's moderating the debate? Yeah, some no-name. Did you see the Charlie Kirk? I saw it. I didn't watch it. No, 1 verse 20. It seemed like they were being very aggressive, but I don't know. I guess that's good. That's good for views. I guess I don't know. Willie's a cool guy. I think Willie supports her. If he gets another Hawk too, he'll support her. Imagine Bill O'Brien. I know Trump should do that. It would be such. That would be the clincher. That would be the clincher. It's just have the biggest rally we've ever seen, and it's undeniable. Trump must win, and just have a bunch of cats there and stuff with dogs, and be like, "I will protect you." It would be amazing. The chances Trump takes Virginia, like 30%. Do you think if Speaker Mike commits to the SAVE Act, no, it will not negatively affect Trump? That's great. That should happen. I met Kamala. She is dumb, but was attractive to. You know, this is the thing with Kamala. For what she looks like at her age, I thought she would have actually been hotter 20 years ago. If that makes sense. When is the VP debate? Again, October 1st. I don't know what day that is, though. It's October 1st. I'm just not sure which day of the week. What if Rosie O'Donnell comes to the debate and then Kamala's like, look at what you've done to this poor woman? Video skeleton. For me personally, the ongoing subplot battle between Nate Silver and Adam Lichman is more interesting than the actual election itself. They both hate each other. Lichman comes off way more propagandized. This like, oh, absolutely. He hates Trump. Yeah, dude, I could go on about him. You're right, he is 0-1. He's already 0-1. He said he was disappointed in Vance because when he interviewed him, he didn't talk about politics at all. Go figure, the movie bombed. But yeah, that's a weird situation. Trump's got Arizona. I do think Trump's going to win Arizona. It's 4 a.m. in Ukraine. Want to see the debate so much. Yeah, that's right. And I mean, in Europe, it's the debate's on at like in the early morning. Not that it matters. I mean, I don't think they would really care that much about. It's not their politics. How confident are you Trump wins North Carolina? Let me see. 100%. October 1st is a Tuesday. Yep. So they're doing all these debates on Tuesday then. Trump's still winning Nevada. I see no reason why he shouldn't be winning Nevada. I still think he's going to win Nevada. The Civil War this Sunday. The Civil War on Saturday. Yeah, you're right. That's a random matchup early in the season. A rivalry game early in the season. It's like Ohio State and Michigan playing week 3. A Trump rally at Beaver Stadium and Ann Arbor would seal Pennsylvania and Michigan for him. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. But I don't know, man. Beaver Stadium is in the middle of nowhere, to be honest. Ann Arbor is definitely bigger where he could have one. Do you think Biden faked his incompetence? No, I don't. I think he's just that old. You mean in terms of getting removed? I don't think so. I don't think he bombed the debate on purpose. I think he wanted to run again. I mean, he's just that old. Can you do a reaction video to one of those liberal clowns who films themselves trying to... Yeah, well, you know what they do. They probably just go to, like, try and find the dumbest person and then get an I gotcha on them. I mean, it's dishonest. Opinion on Lester Holt. He kind of seems like... He seems like a really serious kind of guy. He just seems like just serious. If I had to give you an opinion. What will the 2028 tickets be in your opinion? Oh, man. 2020. Well, I guess Vance would be the guy. Vance and Tulsi. No, I don't know. Maybe if Tulsi continues to be conservative. Democrat, it's hard to say. I mean... Probably Newsom and Whitmer right now. Does Trump actually end the Ukraine war basically on day one like he said? And if so, how does he pull it off? Well, I mean, I don't know if you saw, but Ukraine now has Russian land, which is very important to a potential deal because they can leverage that and say, we'll give this up in exchange for X or whatever. So that's very good. That Ukraine has that now in terms of leverage. But look, I don't know the negotiations. I don't know what Putin wants. It's whatever Putin wants. I think Ukraine is happy to end it. Obviously, they don't want to give up land, but right now Ukraine is probably happy with the fact that they didn't get taken over. Your pet duck and dog have gone full conservative. Yeah, there's a lot of animals that have come out as heavy Trump supporters recently. It's a great movement to see. Do you think Trump should do Rogan? I think he should, but it doesn't look like he's going to. I don't know if you saw the Lex Friedman clip. He was like, he was very coy about it. I don't understand why Democrats are obsessed with North Carolina. They don't need it, and Biden didn't need it. Listen. They're obsessed with North Carolina because the math is worse for them now. They could pivot to saying, oh, we're going to win Florida, we're going to win Ohio. They can't do that, so they have to switch to North Carolina. The math is worse for them. And you're right, Biden did lose all of those states and still won, but that was with him winning Georgia by like 10 votes, winning Wisconsin by like 10 votes. You really can't, and look at states like Arizona and Pennsylvania and the voter registration and the changes. Vance, Donalds. Yeah, Byron Donald is an interesting choice for a VP. Do you have a MAGA hat? No, but Trump has these dark MAGA hats now. He said he was going to wear one to the debate if that happens. That was a rumor. I don't think it's going to happen, but love watching the rallies, but do you think they really help? I mean, if you had a massive rally, I'm talking like 100K, it would help. But these smaller rallies, they help. They do help. They help for momentum within your campaign. But they don't. It's nothing crazy. Everyone has rallies. Look at the rallies that Biden didn't have, and still listen. That election is so absurd. But Biden had no rallies and got like 81 million votes or whatever it was. They should have a debate at the southern border. All their debates are going to be in swing states. I think the real reason Rogan doesn't interview Trump is because his wife doesn't want him to. Are you talking about Rogan's wife? Joe's wife, probably very anti-Trump. Well, that's disturbing if that's true. Joe really needs to wake up. No, listen, that might be true. I think it would be surprising. What if someone brought that up to Rogan? Dude, he would freaking kick you off. I'd be like, why does your wife bitch you around? And he would just be like, get off my show. Get off my podcast. But I never heard rumors about that being true. You would like to see Vivek run in 2028? Well, it depends if Trump wins or not, because Vance is going to be tied to him, and then Vance is going to be the overwhelming favorite in 2028. But if Trump loses, then it's open for pretty much any Republican, I guess you could say. You like the OG MAGA? Yeah, normally the OGs are better. Do you think the election is secure? Well, it's going to be more secure, you would hope, than 2020 because we're not dealing with a pandemic and you're going to be dealing with a lot of grassroots poll watchers. And I think it's a record number that Trump said he's going to have. Dude, Evan, you got to stop, man. You got to calm down. Calm down, man. Calm down. Have a Xanax. I've taken a degen gamble and gone short on BTC as you're predicting mainstream media will lie and claim Harris win and 1 point fake. Harris win the debate, you mean? They should have a town hall debate. Yeah, that should be the third one that they do. They should have 2 pure debates and then a town hall debate. That would be that's what they did in 2016 with Hillary and Trump. Dude, isn't it crazy there hasn't been any heated moments? Yeah, you are right. I mean, there's been a few, of course, but I mean, if you do like there's bound to be something. I mean, if you do enough podcasts, there's going to be something. The Rock might run, yeah, in 2028. I'd say there's a chance. I think it would have to be the perfect scenario for him, though. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Ashley? Well, that whole thing was weird. She was like, I remember when I was 8 years old. What? The best retort to Kamala's "I'm speaking" would be to say what? No, it would be to say when she says "I'm speaking," just say you're not saying very much. But I mean, it's not going to happen because the mics are muted. Surely RFK is next in line after Trump within the Republican Party? No, no. If Vivek was chosen instead of Trump, how do you think it would? I think there'd be a lot of problems. I mean, look, Vivek's younger, but there'd be big problems getting, a lot of independents to vote. I don't know, man. It's impossible to say. Vivek would be something we've never seen anything like Vivek with how young he is and basically no political. I mean, I guess Trump, but Trump was older and he had already been in the spotlight. You're scared about the polls, dude. These are like the best polls we're gonna get. What are you talking about? These are great polls. Go look at the models. I mean, it's at like a 67. It's like a lock at this point. I mean, come on. Biden's dog has officially endorsed Trump due to mistreatment. I'm not kidding. Wow, that's a huge breaking story. That On election integrity, Trump has a lot in his favor. Wins in Arizona and Georgia, mail-in request. Yeah, you're right. Absentee ballot, mail-in requests, they're all down. She will not do another debate. Well, it depends how this one goes, whether or not she'll do another one. She's left it open to where she can weasel her way out of. Open mics is more entertaining. Yeah, but it's worse for Trump. And also, people argue that open mics basically they just start arguing with each other and there's no actual debate on substance. But I mean, I can understand why people would want open mics. What happens if Kamala dies right before the election? I think Dark Brandon will come back out of his grave and take over and run again and be reborn. RFK is really not a conservative if you're talking about the Republican primary in 2028. Yeah, Biden's dog would wreak havoc. You're right with what he's done. Oh my god. He would wreck them. I wish I could give Trump advice on what to bring up during the debate. Bro, I agree with you. Yeah. See, the thing is, R3DH, the thing is, man, like, to be honest, I did not think Trump was that great at the first debate. It was just Biden was so bad. See, like, the problem is Trump, at least, and he did this 5 times during the first debate, they would ask him a question, and then he would just completely dismiss it. Like, not even, it was like it wasn't even on the same planet. But look, we like Trump, but there are things where it's like, you got to hammer it. You got, so sometimes it is tough. But again, I mean, Trump's, it's a lot harder for him to speak up there. If any of us were speaking, it would be a lot harder than where we could just kind of criticize from the sidelines. How come I feel like Trump's getting life in prison? Yeah, Trump will get a big jail sentence if he loses. They'll be like, you're in jail for loving America. That's your crime. No, dude, they just make up crimes and they're like, "Oh, you sexual assault." I mean, where's the proof of any of it? Oh, Trump's a billionaire. He's the first one that someone's accused of him of sexual assault. Mike Lindell, dude, you know what? I saw an alternate universe and Mike Lindell was on the ballot, but he only got like 1%. He got like no vote and dropped out of the 2028 primaries. And like Kim Reynolds won out of Iowa. I mean, they like had Kim Reynolds win. It's like, what? She's the nominee? Really? It was an alternate history 2028 Republican primary. Kim Reynolds is a no-name. Yeah, Trump should not do the whole race thing. It's just not smart. It's dumb. Hunter Biden, Whitmer. Yeah, that'll be an amazing ticket. Trump RNC will never win another federal election due to government. Well, I don't understand how you can say that when everything is shifting to the right. That makes no sense. That whatever demographics you want to say. I mean, you can say they're importing immigrants. That's fine. But from what we've seen with all the voter registration, it's shifting to the right. But I can understand, yes, when you import more immigrants, eventually it's going to be overwhelming if they continue to skew to the left like 70-30. It's a huge problem. Are we forgetting Bill Clinton? Well, we got to see that list. I apologize for being annoyed. I'm just worried. It's all right, man. They thought it was going to knock him out of the primary. When did they hand down the convicted felon thing? I think that was after he won the primary, though. But you're right. The whole saga happened before the primary when they arrested him. Oh, not Jean Carroll. Really? He's like, when you think of rape, you think of something physical. She's like, really? I think it's sexy. Think of the fantasies. And then Anderson's like, I think we have to go to break. You're fascinating to talk to. Hassan, that beta bitch, like that socialist dude. You know, Hassan said if Trump loses, he's moving to Venezuela. Thank God he can finally live out his communist dream. Thank the Lord. See the video, Red Eagle Politics, census means... Yeah, no, that is true. But is it the 2030 census is the problem? Is it the 2030 census shift? Is that what he's talking about? I wish it updated every 5 years. Damn it. Have you ever seen Trump in person? Maybe one. No, I don't know, because I went to a Trump Tower once, but I don't think he... I mean, there was some hullabaloo that he was going to be there or something. I don't think he was. Think of the fantasies. I mean, you gotta admit it was a funny segment. I gotta give her credit. It was a funny segment. Really, I think it's sexy. Think of the fantasies. Still waiting for Hassan to fight Sam Hyde. Yeah, maybe in like maybe they need to set something like that up. I would watch that. That would be amazing. Loser goes to Venezuela. If Hassan loses, he has to commit to a communist lifestyle. The trend is unstoppable. Texas gains 10 electoral votes, the final form, the Republican final form. This is why they're importing all these people. But yeah, that's probably a really good video. What do you think the October surprises will be? there's going to be some really nasty stuff that comes about Kamala Harris and how she treats people. All the idiot liberals moving to Texas only give, yeah, I mean, well, then their cope is, oh, then they'll flip Texas, but it's not going to happen. But it might become slightly more of a swing state, but it's not going to flip. It'll still be like a Republican state by 4 or 5 points. You bet about Pebble Beach. He's 6'3", 6'4". Yeah, well, liberals say he's like 6'2". I said he was 6'2.5". Liberals say he's 6'1". You're 5. I'm like 5'10 and a half. Yeah, I'm about 5'10 and a half myself. Best October surprise from libs will be returning U.S. Yeah, they've been doing that type of stuff, the political pawn stuff. Dana Bash getting yelled at the bookstore was amazing. Yeah, dude, that was so cringe. Those people are so deranged. They're going to Colorado. Yeah, go to live in Aurora, Colorado, I guess. Taylor Swift. Yeah, but that doesn't matter anymore. Nobody cares about the celebrity endorsements like Taylor Swift's. But they're going to use her to try and get young girls to vote, probably. Kamala is afraid of him towering over. Yeah, that's why she wanted to. They requested that they be seated. It didn't work. Matthew, what's up, man? There's no way Barron can be. I think Barron's 6'9". Yeah, Barron's 6'9". So Trump's like 6'2.5", 6'3". Harris HQ just posted a video claiming Trump will lie tomorrow. They are so desperate. Yeah, well, she will also blatantly lie. I mean, this is how debates go. Yeah, it is. It's just whatever. What happened to your liberal arc? It never. I need to have a liberal arc, man. I need to start. I need to make a video. Imagine I made a video and you get like a million dislikes. Make a video against Trump. Make a video about this is how Kamala can win, and this is why the 13 keys are God, and I worship them every day. The 13 keys. The 13 keys. She's never met Trump in person. I doubt that, because remember, they've had to have at least met once in person. Kamala looks like a toddler next to Fetterman. Well, that's funny because Fetterman actually is a toddler. No, it's just Swifties for Trump. Yeah, the fake AI. Hilarious. Yeah, I'm sure Vance will 1,000% bring up the stolen valor. 1,000%. As a Canadian, I really hope Trump wins. You watch the old videos. Pig Pug. I think they're still alive. I think they are still alive. Barron is at a liberal. Yeah, NYU. I saw that. Yeah, my Antifa mugshot. Yeah, that went hard, man. I was in Seattle. I was a stoner. With height, as long as I'm taller than most women, it's good. Yeah, as long as you're, at least you got, I mean, I'm pretty. I'm. Let's just say I wouldn't want to roll the dice on my height again. I'll take 5'10 and a half, even though it's not. Women want 6 or whatever, but it doesn't really matter, honestly. As long as the girl's like 5'4", 5'5", it's a decent height advantage. Do you really think Trump gets sentenced to jail? Well, absolutely not. Trump would just pardon himself, and he's not going to go to jail. AI, yeah, AI. There's been a lot of interesting AI stuff that's come out. When's the debate? Tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Women want 6 feet and you to make 250K. Yeah, they want. They really want. They really want money. That's for sure. What's the point of women wanting 6? Well, it's more of a safety thing. They want a significant height advantage. But I think a lot of them just want like at least 7 or 8 inches taller, or at least 5 or 6 inches taller. That's what I would guess. If Harris gives George Bush a Willie Brown and he endorsed her, would he have a huge role on the undecided Republicans? Come on, no. George Bush already said he's not endorsing her, but that would be crazy if he actually did. But he said he's not going to. I mean, if she gives him a Hawk Tuah, there might be something special in there that maybe it would require an endorsement. I don't know. We'll have to see if there's a deal that gets done. I like your style. I like your thinking. Is Hunter currently running the show? I think Jill is. No, Jill is like detached herself. She won't even talk to Kamala. Those two have had some bitch fights, and it's really bad. I think Trump's probably going to bring up Springfield and Aurora, yeah. At least one of the two. Why do women want abortions? Because taking care of a kid is a lot of work. But obviously that doesn't make it right. Do you think Trump will win the popular vote? I think it's likely at this point based on the data we've seen, yes. You're on the fence about who to vote for. Well, I mean, I guess my question would be, have you been following politics much at all here recently? If you have, I'm sure you've noticed I mean, I don't understand. An independent person who's on the fence, what has Kamala Harris done to convince you of anything that she's worthy? I mean, if anything, it's been the exact opposite. She didn't win any primary. She gets thrust into this role, and the arrogance is just unbelievable. Something we never thought we would see. She doesn't think she has to tell independent Americans like yourself what her policies actually are. She thinks she should just be given it. So if you want to vote for that, I mean, that's your decision, man. But it's crazy to me how just the arrogance we've seen from her. It's very sad. East Palestine, yeah, they're not going to bring that up though because it's not relevant right now. Crazy how everyone mentioning Timcast and Russia thing. Dude, those people are so gullible. That's all it is. Dude, literally, you could get, like, let's just say, for example, I randomly got famous or something, and then they just made up a rumor that I was being paid by Russia. All my chat, everything would just be Russia, and none of it would be true. But it doesn't matter. As long as they link you to a rumor, that's all that matters. That's it. The rumor, it doesn't matter if it's true. It's just, they just have to link you to it, and then it's immediately, you're a Russian plat. Russia. It's like, it's so sad. Trump is going to lose popular vote. Yeah, he could still obviously win with losing the popular vote. That's probably the most likely scenario. Trump can use these. Yeah, I know, but he's not going to use it. Normally, when you bring up topics like that, they're based on relevancy. So if it just happened a week ago, I agree he would talk about it, but it didn't. The more recent thing he would talk about would be Aurora or Springfield. More likely to go on Rogan, Vance. That's interesting, man. Vance or Trump? I think it's Trump. Although I don't know, man. But I do think it'd probably be Trump. Vance goes on these things as well, though. So does RFK Jr. I saw RFK Jr. on another one of those kiddie podcasts. I mean, they all do it now. You think Trump will win Virginia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania? I mean, it's possible. It certainly is possible. Seems like everyone forgot about Trump almost being assassinated. That's what they like. They want you to forget it. I know they use the border wall in her ads. That's crazy. Trump is legitimately moderate on abortion, and it's still not good enough because that's how that abortion is their only issue. So they, even with Trump being as moderate as you can be for a conservative, they still have to jam it down everyone's throat because they need that issue. They have to talk about it. It's their only like main winning issue. I mean, there are other ones, but they don't have the impact that it does. Chances Trump wins New Hampshire, I'd say like 30%. Rogan's wife seems to make sense as to why he won't have Trump on, really. I didn't really hear anything about Rogan's wife, honestly. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They're still going to use it. Dude, all they do, it's all the tagline. They're taking away your rights. That's it. Which is pretty ironic. pretty ironic coming from them. They can take away your rights, but just not the ones where you can, you know, kill an unborn baby. Kamala is in Camp David. Not that again. Please, not that again. God. Lord help us. If Dems vote against passing the SAVE Act causing a government shutdown, then that's what we want to happen. That's what we need them to make them show themselves. Biden sold a lot of our border wall for cheap. Is that true? No way. Wait, they sold they like scrapped the border wall for steel? Come on. I mean, I know they had like parts of the wall that were abandoned. They weren't finished. What will be Kamala's best topic in the debate? Abortion. I mean, because it's just their number one topic that's relevant, and she wins on it. Oh, Luke. Where's the dude worried about the North Carolina police? He needs a welfare check. Can you send a message, man? Please send a message. Trump has mentioned they were sold. They scrapped the border wall. The incompetence. The incompetence. Oh my god. They sold the materials for pennies on the dollar. Oh, that's hilarious. Shows the abandoned border wall. I need to see. Yeah, I do need to see that. You're right. The abandoned border. They half completed the border wall and it's just sitting there rotting. It's rusting. I do like abandoned things. Honest opinion of how tomorrow will go. I think generally among independents, Trump will win about 65% to 35% amongst independents. Obviously, it's going to be very different with the mainstream media. It's going to be different with Fox News. Aaron Rodgers looking like Joe Biden. That's not a good sign. A new poll has Kamala with a 1-point lead in Texas. Alex, I was accused of being a Russian spy by a classmate at Ohio State because I gave up one gun rights presentation and happened to mention I was adopted from Russia. I was 1 year old and I don't even speak Russian. So you were accused of being a Russian spy by a lib at Ohio State because you gave why we should have guns and why that. Dude, these people are obsessed with Russia. I mean, what's the obsession with Russia? Russia is everything. It's the Lord and it is the almighty force. It's clashing with January 6th for sole ownership. I mean, it is the daddy. Oh, not January 6th again. We're back to January 6th. January 6th. I know Walt said that thing about 30-foot ladder. Yeah, he's a clown. Cats are coming across the border. I think cats might be leaving the country. They don't feel safe here. I think cats are going to be having an exodus. They don't feel safe with these migrants. Will Rasmussen come out with... Yeah, they'll probably do an updated state-by-state polls relatively soon, I would say. Or, dude, that one dude kept donating me money saying you need to move to Russia. Like, what in the fuck? What's worse, January 6th or BLM riots? Well, that's a great debate prompt. What was worse in terms of sheer... I mean, the BLM was worse. Cats are moving to Canada. Yeah, cats have been... They gotta leave. They don't feel safe. Imagine living in Cleveland. Well, I don't live in Cleveland. You live in Minnesota and have not felt like you can go downtown in years. Yeah, the downtown areas are real bad. What do you think of MAGA communism? I don't even know what the... I never heard of that, man. MAGA communism. The cats are the October surprise. It was always the cats. The cats are going to win Trump the election. Thank God. The cat ladies are going to win Trump the election. Wow. Morning Consultant. Yeah, they're a terrible pollster. They're a very liberal pollster. Yeah, I've been to Trump Tower once back in 2015 before he even won. If cats could vote, the election would be over. Oh, cats are taking over the election. Will ABC avoid the Afghanistan withdrawal? I mean, they very possibly could. I don't know, man. That seems like it's been brought up a lot, though, because now the left is blaming Trump for the withdrawal, so maybe they will talk about that. Funny thing is, anyone with critical thinking would know that Russia would prefer Kamala. Well, any major power would prefer the Democrat. You do not want America First president. The Republican Party right now is America First. The Democrats, they're the guilt party. They think we need to give to everyone else because we have too much. So why would any foreign power want a Republican who would want America to be even better than they already are, rather than the white guilt? We hate ourselves. We have too much. We need to give shit away. Democratic Party. You would, if you're a foreign power, you would always want the Democrats to win, always. At least right now. Thoughts on the Giants uniforms? I mean, I actually do like uniforms like that when they wear throwbacks, but I mean, they obviously they did not play well in them. Will ABC give Kamala questions ahead of time? I don't know. I know that's going to be a conspiracy though. Yeah, Trump will bring up Afghanistan. I agree with you. Trump rally vlog stream. That would probably be my most viewed videos if I did something like that. No, I don't think Trump is coming to Ohio, man. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a tough pull to get him. Maybe Pennsylvania, maybe a neighboring state. Thoughts on the Seahawks throwback cuties? I thought they were pretty cool. Kamala will try. I mean, yeah, we're talking in circles with these things at this point, dude, already, and we're still 2 months away. She'll try and mention the fact that he negotiated with the Taliban. Well, yes, the idea was, and he said this and he confirmed it. I had an inference to that he was going to wait till a second term, but then he confirmed and said I was waiting till my second term and I was going to do it. It's just the way it fell. He was going to leave troops back while we withdrew, which is what the generals had recommended to Biden. There was like half the generals recommended that, and Biden went against them. And so that was really the problem. They were always going to withdraw. Yeah, Trump wanted to withdraw. That was the bipartisan agreement to get out of Afghanistan. That's not the problem. The problem is the way that it was done. And they know that, but they want to mire the conversation in this so we don't talk about the bigger point. Yeah, I saw that article as well, talking about, so yeah, like it's just such crap. It's such gaslighting. No, you can't take a neighborhood swan and cook it. Trump should bring up buses. Yeah, that's embarrassing, really. Trump should go to East Palestine. Is it safe there now? I know they had an air contamination problem. Dude, if I went to one of those Trump rallies, I would seek out the liberals that ask questions and try and get gotcha on Trump supporters. But I guarantee you, if they actually talked to me, they wouldn't put it in the video. I don't think it would go very well for them. Are you surprised if Kamala? Will you be surprised if Kamala wins the election? Well, right now, based on the polls, I'd be very surprised. Also, just based on the general sentiment, where let's understand this is not normal. She's no incumbent. She didn't win a primary. This is absurd. But of course, I'll say, well, Trump's just so hated, so it just. But then we'll just go back and forth on it. But based on the polls right now, I'd be very, very surprised. Trump would have to have a huge deviation from what he normally does. The 12 buses. Yeah, like it was an ad for the Yankee Bus Company. That's what it was. I mean, they were like showing all the buses. They did segments. They did news segments on buses that were coming to the rally. Yeah, he does have to pull out the Tampon Tim once. If he pulls out Tampon Tim, that's going to be some more brownie points. That's going to be good if he does that. Pick up Kamala supporters in a bus and drive them to a Trump rally. Instant 10 million views. But you know how hard that would be? They'd have to have the rally around the same area. That'd be the only way. Which sometimes that does happen. You get to October, they go everywhere. They sometimes go like within 40 minutes of each other. Yeah, you're coming to the Kamala rally. You just take them to the. Yeah, you rent out a huge bus with like 100 of them, or like, yeah, I think those buses seat like 100. Are you monetized? Of course. Do I make money on YouTube? Well, I mean, guys, you look at of course I make money on YouTube. Come on. If Trump busts people into a rally, it would be the top story in the media. Yeah, Matt. I mean, they were already trying to make fun of him when they said areas had empty seats when it was a clear lie. I remember that during one of his rallies. The bus thing shows New Hampshire is, yeah. I mean, but there's a lot of places you could say that, honestly. With her, it's hard for her to draw people in smaller cities. How will the Steelers do? Probably like 9 to 10 wins. I'm cooked. I went to bed at 2, woke up at 5:30 for school. Gee, man, that's tough. Billy Edwards, really? The Maryland QB? Just random. You like Billy Edwards? I mean, he's a big boy. I'll give you that. If you were to make merch, what would be one of your most used phrases? I don't know, man. It would probably just be like a logo or something I came up with, honestly. I don't know about merch. Imagine if Kamala went to the Georgia game. She'd get booed. She'd get booed out of the stadium. Yeah, I saw that. Kelsey's a clown. He's like at the USA. He's at like a tennis match. They're like cosplaying as like this old English couple with what they were wearing. It's just all weird. Yeah, I saw Tyreek Hill get arrested. That was pretty crazy, man. I saw the body cam as well. The body cam just got released a few hours ago. I had bitches on Snapchat to get into political debates with them before they block me after inevitably falling back to their failing to back up their arguments. Yeah, that seems like a. That seems like a. I don't know, man. You better thank a union member. Charity live stream incoming. Maybe if I make enough money. White guilt. You better thank a union member. That'll be a merch. Who wears YouTube merch? You'll be surprised at the amount of requests I've well, I don't know if I've gotten a lot of requests, but people have asked about it. Yeah, I'll do a 9/11 stream. Let's watch an old debate from the 70s. Arguing politics. I know. I feel like that story's not true. Yeah, dude, when she said that, I have no idea what you're talking about. It was just so fake. It was so fake. Dude, what if Trump just has a fake accent? Oh man. And keep it the entire time? Yeah, that would be hilarious. I mean, he can't do that though. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's just she said it's like it was such a lie. It was like I don't know how people didn't just start busting. What if the room just started busting out laughing? I mean, what would she do? We need to be unburdened by what has been. Dude, that's a total troll. If Trump did that, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be a winning. If he did troll like that, yeah, she's not gonna do. She won't do an accent. Come on. Just a small town dad. Yeah, let's see his debate. Let's see how his debate. Did you see game day going to South Carolina? Yeah, what a bad. It's a terrible week for games. It's a terrible week for games. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this live stream. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming the real deal, streaming the debates, and should be a good day. Should be a fun debate for sure. I'll try and make sure my sound is all good with everything, and she might sound drunk. She does tend to sound drunk. What time is the debate? It's at 9 o'clock Eastern. All right, guys. I'll be seeing you.